Today's a very Meghan Trainor centric episode. We're talking her marriage with Daryl Sabara,
her music videos,
her Timeless tour coming up in September,
and relating to her being a parent. Stay tuned to find out.
Hello and welcome to Couple Chat,
where we
parents
discuss topics for you.
Parents. I'm Matt.
I'm Jackie. Let's chat.
Recently, we had an interesting thing happen to us. We were in the theater. I was editing a music video, and you were doing laundry, and for some reason, you were like, I'm going to watch some music videos. I had headphones on, so it wasn't really bothering me. But you came across a new Meghan Trainor music video for a song called Whoops.
Whoops.
And it caught my attention because, I mean, Meghan Trainor's pretty hot. And she's pretty hot in this music video. So I was wearing headphones, like I said, and I was like, what the heck? So I took them off, and then this earworm took over our lives this week.
Yes, it did.
I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole Saturday night when you were out with your friend. Your cousin had come over, and we were talking about Meghan Trainor and Whoops. And she was like, oh, yeah, is it the one with her son in it? And I was like, oh, yeah, he's in it, but what do you mean? And she's like, oh, well, there was a big music video that came out like recently where her son was in it. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I saw that. So when she left, I went down this rabbit hole, and I think the music video she was talking about was for the song To the Moon. And something clicked, not about her son, but
a little bit about her son.
Well, definitely a little bit about her son. But watching the music video for To the Moon, there was this, her son's a redhead. Like, what? I thought our kids were redheads. This kid's a redhead. Yeah. And we had a conversation about it. We were like, after Whoops, and we were like, oh, what? Like maybe she's got redheads in her family. Like we don't know, So I'm watching To the Moon, and I see this redheaded guy. And I'm like, huh, interesting. And then I get a better look at him, and he kisses her in the music video. And I was like, wait a second. Not only is that obviously the father, but then it clicked that this is Daryl Sabara, the little boy who was a spy kid. Like, you can't forget this dude's face. Yeah. Like, doesn't matter how old he gets. He looks more manly now, but he still looks the same. Yeah. And yeah, just from there, I went down this whole spiral of like learning about Meghan Trainor and how she has been with Daryl Sabara like pretty much her entire career. They met when they were about 19, 20, and they're just madly in love. And it made me really think about us and our marriage, because they've just been so faithful to each other, and the two of them, are inseparable. Like, he even tours with her, and he's in a lot of her music videos, and a lot of her music is around their relationship and how strong they are and things like that. So I love that. And I have grown in the last week to really, really like Meghan Trainor and respect her views on life and love and family. So you and I were like, what are we going to talk about this week? And I was like, I don't know. Not a lot happened. Yeah. This week wound up being kind of like that. And I don't know if it was you or me, but like, we were like, well, let's talk about Meghan Trainor. And it's a little late in the month, but her new album Timeless just came out June 7th, I believe. Right. So she's all over the place right now. She's basically on a press tour. She's been on Jimmy Fallon. She performed Whoops, and she's done a lot of things. But anyway, so to stay in line with Couple Chat, we figured Meghan Trainor and her life and someone our age that we respect and see as another creative person, we wanted to fit her in today and do kind of a Meghan Trainor episode, So first off, about her marriage, I don't know how much you've seen, but talk to me a little bit about like after I went down this rabbit hole, I was like, Jackie, you have to see this, and like it didn't click for you right away. I had to like say that's Daryl Sabara, and like he's the Spy Kid. But you watched some stuff and you've seen them two also together. Like, how does that make you feel seeing another couple our age creatively working together with two young kids, trying to do something? Like, yeah, they're obviously
hugely successful.
Hugely. Well, she is. I think Daryl Sabara is happy with where he is.
Yeah.
I think he cares more about family now than his career, which is awesome. I wish I was in his position, He obviously was a child actor, but it doesn't seem like he really does much these days, which is fine,
Yeah.
But how do you feel about seeing just them and the way they've been in success and love and marriage?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because everything that I have seen, the brief little interactions of the couples, it's just, they remind me of us. Like, very much so are they still smitten with each other, even all these years later.
Yeah.
And like, they're just very supportive of each other. Like you said, he goes on tour with her. He's in her music videos. And, it's one of those things where I like the story where, they were dating for like 6 days before he told her, like, I'm enamored with you. And she was like, what the hell does that mean? And he goes, like, I think I'm in love with you. And she's like, well, it's about time. Like, that to me feels very much us, because you told me before we even like thought about dating, like, that you were falling in love with me. And it's just, I mean, it took me some time to get back and really realize that you were the one for me. And what you were saying was not just made up or
to get in your pants.
Right.
Because you're all about that bass too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm no size 2 for sure. But it just, seeing them in like a very similar situation where, they were able to tell this sweet love story about how they knew right away. I mean, she wrote a love song in the first month of dating him, Marry Me. And it's literally...
Is that really? That's really how old that song is?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
And she was like, yeah, I wrote it within the first month of dating him, like, Marry Me. And then it's our wedding video. And it's like...
So she didn't produce the song until later on in her life, I guess?
I guess so. Like, she must have wrote it back then, and then they like re-edited, or maybe she wrote it back. I don't know the details. I should have looked into that. But she wrote it a month into dating. Wow. And then... they made it into their music, their wedding video.
Yeah.
And it's so sweet because like now that they have a child, they can actually like show that to him, and he can be like, oh, mommy, daddy wedding. Like, I want to watch that.
I think, what was it? They were on Drew Barrymore and they said that they watched the wedding video.
Oh, all the time.
With him. Yeah.
Daily. They said literally the wedding video, like especially the music video.
Right.
But on top of that, they'll go and watch the wedding video too because
that's
of all
awesome.
that. Yeah.
Have you seen any of it?
I haven't. Oh. You watched it without me, and I was like, I feel like I should, like, I don't know. I should have probably, but I would really wish I would have watched it with you.
Yeah, you weren't around, and I went down this rabbit hole.
But, I get it.
But you definitely need to see it because, again, just very us things. But there's Daryl Sabara. She was very adamant about, like, I'm not performing at my wedding. I want you to perform at my wedding. So like he did this whole number. I think it was like lip synced, but like he did this whole number where he was singing with like his friends, I guess his like best man or whatever. Okay. And then like it was like a whole choreographed dance number. It's pretty funny, but some of it is in the music video.
Nice.
So you could see it, but I don't know if it's available anywhere else to watch it. It's probably something that they've just kept privately, the entire thing anyway. But yeah, it's pretty adorable, and you definitely need to watch the music video for sure.
But I definitely feel like they're very similar to us. Yeah. Like we were both creative mediums that came together, and just like right off the bat, we knew it. We lived together very quickly. We got engaged very quickly. Right. Like we just knew we were right for each other. And like you said the other night, we were sitting there. I was watching music videos, folding laundry, and you were editing a music video. Like,
Right.
What are the odds?
Yeah. Well, it's funny too, because very similarly, but she was more smitten with him when they first met.
Yeah.
Notoriously, the first thing she ever said to him, she walked up to him and said, "Are you Spy Kids?"
And that's so funny that you like literally it connects for you. Like, oh my God, that's Spy Kids.
Yeah. Well, when I saw him in To the Moon, like he looks the same, like the curly red hair.
Oh yeah.
There's
and then
no
the
way-
redheaded boy.
Yeah. It all clicked together pretty easily.
Yeah, for sure. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of music videos,
Mhm.
you recently were just working on one. And I feel like Meghan Trainor's music videos are very they have very high production value.
Sure.
And being that you were on one recently and just like editing one alongside watching hers, like not really compare the two, but like from a production point of view, all the work and all the stuff that goes into it, like, can you pick out a favorite music video you have of her? Or can you kind of like hint at the music video you're working on and like stuff like that?
Yeah. Favorite music video from her specifically? I don't know. That's hard to say. And especially if we're talking production value.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a huge fan of like these abstract music videos. It's just like something that I'm just not really that interested in. I like story-based stuff.
Yeah.
So like Meghan Trainor doesn't really have much story-based music videos. Sometimes she does. Like To the Moon kind of has a story. It's very goofy. The production value actually seems very like low budget. They made it feel like a low budget like sci-fi film.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at something like probably still like mid-range, not too much of a big budget, but like Whoops. I mean, it's just her in one of those like smash rooms. I don't remember what they're exactly called, but
yeah,
I do like that music video only because like she's just given so much room to play, and they even said it. The director, he was like, she's not an aggressive person, so it was like hard to get her to like do stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it was fun for her. But anyway, probably because I like stories. My favorite music video for her, not song, but music video, is the To My Future Husband.
Yeah.
It's really funny, and it's got this shtick to it where like she's basically trying to find the right husband. And I think it's so funny because like this must have been at the early stages of Daryl and her relationship, so he's not in the music video.
Oh, okay.
But the whole it does have a little bit of a story. She's in this house, and there are guys like coming over to take her on dates, and they all keep failing to impress her. And like she literally like they failed, like there's like, one of those stamps that come on screen and like fail each guy until it gets to this one guy that, again, it's not Daryl Sabara. I was waiting for it too, because I was like, I wonder if he's in this.
I thought the same thing when you were rewatching it. I was like, oh yeah, now that we know this Easter egg, like, is he in it? It's
not him.
No,
but there is a guy that like seemingly she picks at the end.
Yeah. But
it's funny because like in line with who she is and how she, is all about that bass, but all about body appreciation and things like that. The dude comes with like a pizza and she's like, yeah, you're the one for me, so whatever. He's
a guy after my own heart.
Obviously
he knows exactly what to do
after your own heart.
Oh, right. That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, you don't buy me flowers, you buy me Reese's.
Right. I do buy you flowers. There's flowers upstairs.
There are flowers upstairs.
But there were Reese's in it. Yes.
There was. There was Reese's in it. That's great.
But anyway, so in line with that, I prefer, if I have the opportunity to work on a music video, I prefer it to be something story-based. So one of the music videos I worked on a long time ago that I was given the opportunity to direct, it was a hip-hop music video, and same thing. It was like about a couple that were like seeing each other at a party, and that was awesome to me. I was able to find interesting ways to make that work within a music video. And then on top of that, you still have those rap moments where, it's at camera and things like that. You still need that in a music video. It's a music video, right?
Sure.
But I like having a story in it. So recently I had another opportunity to make probably one of the most story-driven music videos I've ever made.
Mm-hmm.
And I was never going to pass this up, no matter how much I was being paid or whatever the case is. It was just a cool opportunity. But basically, it's a medieval hip-hop music video.
Yeah.
The artist, Samuel Vincent, he's an up-and-coming indie artist in New Jersey. And he connected with me through a friend of ours, same friend you were out with the other day, Sarah Tomas.
Yeah.
She, it's like this 7 degrees of just creatives in New Jersey. And that's why I do love living in this area and being on the Jersey Shore for that reason, because it's a very creative community. Mm-hmm. And we all love just being a little grungy, being a little shoestring. Like, it's not all about like having to have the biggest, craziest productions. Right. You have everything you need right here in front of you. And we all love just using what's here, you know? It's the same thing with making films. But anyway, so we all found each other and we came together. Sarah kind of produced the music video, and Samuel and I worked on the creative vision, and I directed and DP'd the production. So It was a 1-day shoot, but he had this whole idea planned out for the beginning of the video. Yeah. And his song doesn't kick in like in the edit. We're not in a final edit right now. It's in its first cut. But in this first cut, his song doesn't kick in until like maybe 2 minutes in. Wow. And you've seen it. Yeah. He's seen it.
It doesn't feel that long.
It doesn't, because it's just so interesting.
It's so cool.
And again, him and I built all that up. Like, he had an original concept and an idea for what he wanted to do. Yeah. And then we massaged it and we worked on it. And that's the beauty of working with someone that, like, a music video is someone else's expression of art, right? Yeah. But they need someone within film and video to have that vision come to life. Right. So whereas with a movie, a writer is different. They're writing something and they know it's going to be a film and whatever. Mm-hmm. A music video is another version of expressing that song. You know, but that song, maybe there wasn't ever a music video intended or whatever, or like it wasn't a thought until like it came to that, So it's like expressing a music video, expressing a song in a visual way, right?
It's like an adaptation, like a book adaptation to a film. It's a music video is an adaptation of a song.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. And this opportunity just came along, and it was, it was phenomenal, and probably one of the bigger shoots I've done on the cast side. Yeah. We're talking like 30 plus people out there. Yeah. And I had a whole field to play with. Yeah. Like, and I was a one-man band, which was very difficult at times. It was really hot, but it was great. It was a lot of fun, and I like stuff like that, and I would love to do more music videos, especially if they're like that. Yeah. I definitely would want to do it with more a bigger crew. Yeah. More people that I could, that are understand film and that could help me with set design and production, and maybe like, bigger set pieces and whatever the case is. I could have done definitely more with this video if the budget was there, but at the same time, I think we did a lot, and it turned out well.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. And I really think he was happy with it, and I can't wait for it to premiere.
Yeah. Which will be happening in September. So yeah.
Exciting.
I think we're all very excited for it.
Yeah. I think that's why I like wanted to watch like a bunch of music videos. I was like, even if this doesn't help him out, like I want to like dive deep into that world, because what are music videos like now? Like, we don't watch music videos. We only listen to new music, and it's not typically where we would like go and watch YouTube videos on their music videos or whatever. It's interesting to like kind of hop back into that medium, because I used to watch the show, The Making of on MTV where they would show you like the behind the scenes of a music video. It would take 30 minutes for them to show you the behind the scenes, and then the last 2 was the music video that they produced the whole show.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's nice to be able to dive back into that.
Yeah. I love it. It's definitely a cool art form. Like, a lot of directors start either in music videos or commercials. And to me, I would rather do music videos. If I had the opportunity to keep doing them and keep working with indie artists, and hopefully, you know, somebody like Sam gets to a point where like his career really takes off, I would love to be with him every step of the way and keep creating videos for him, because he's got a unique vision where like he's melding together video games and role playing with hip hop.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I've never really seen that before. And I'm very interested to see what else he comes up with. And, you know, hopefully we can work together again after this too.
See?
But yeah, so on top of Meghan Trainor now coming out with all these music videos, and she's doing a press tour, obviously Timeless is the new album. It's phenomenal. I've listened to it from start to finish a couple of times now. I honestly, there's a couple of songs that like I like less than others, but I really like the whole album.
Yeah, the whole album's great.
Yeah.
Every song is catchy. There's like 1 or 2 where I'm like, this sounds like something else.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, but that's okay because the lyrics are fun and it's Meghan Trainor. So it's not like, ugh. You know,
right.
There's certain albums that you just can't listen to. That's why I was saying like the other day, Sarah's listening through all of her CDs, like 450 CDs. She's like, yeah, I give it a chance about 4 songs. And if I don't like most of them, then I just delete it.
That's funny, man.
Like,
I would love to steal that music collection from her.
Yeah. That list is pretty comprehensive. You would probably really.
I have a huge collection myself, you know, and I've grown it over the years, but now that everything's streaming, I don't do that anymore. Yeah. So my collection has just been stagnant for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Meghan Trainor, Timeless, it's out now. And coming this fall, she's going to be touring.
Yeah.
So our last concert that we were at might have been right before Nate. During Nate's pregnancy, we saw Iron Maiden. Was that the last concert we were at?
Has to be. Because we didn't go to a concert after COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
We have not been to a concert since COVID. Not an indoor concert. No, I don't think we've been.
I feel like maybe one thing, but I can't think of what it is at the moment.
It might have been like a festival,
yeah,
like a food truck festival or something, but it wasn't. We have not been to an actual concert since COVID, since Iron Maiden,
which was a great show.
It was a great show.
But anyway, we love concerts, and ever since having children, pandemic happened. Like you said, pretty sure we haven't been to one.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the tickets. And I mean,
I remember.
What?
Blippi.
Well,
Blippi
sure.
the musical was our concert after Nate.
Right. Shoot me. Yeah, that's our life now, right? Going to concerts for kids. I do want to go to the Bluey one eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, Meghan Trainor's tour starts, I think, September like 14th or something like that.
Yeah.
But she'll be hitting Philly and New York City in the tour. You know, I mean, tell me, is this something that like you're interested in, excited about? Like, again, I know we haven't been to a concert in a while, but like, would this be our post-kid concert cherry pop?
I mean, sure.
Minus Blippi.
No, Blippi, no. Sure, why not? My thing is, Madison Square Garden is a little claustrophobic for me. Just thinking about it.
Claustrophobic? Just a giant stadium.
Underground. In the middle of a city.
Underground.
Yes, it is.
It's not underground.
Well, wait, when we saw Billy Joel, that felt underground. We didn't go underground.
I mean, you go down, but then you go up. It's huge.
Oh, well, I guess the basketball and stuff is underground.
Huh?
There's stuff underground.
They have a theater that's like there. That's I don't know if it's underground, but it's like ground level. I don't know all the details, but Madison Square Garden is huge and above ground, Jackie.
It's okay. I'd probably have to research more into the venues.
Yeah, well, the one in Philly is not Wells Fargo. It's at Man Theater or something. So that's more like PNC. I don't know if you saw. So they have lawn seating and things like that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. See, that's nice because then you can like get up and dance and you don't have to worry about like being stuck in seats.
I mean, we can't really see that base from the lawn. I'm just saying.
I mean, anyone could see that base from the lawn. Anyone could see this base and that base. And it won't be a bad thing.
If you're going to go to a Meghan Trainor concert, are you going to dress like Meghan Trainor would dress?
I mean, don't ask me twice.
I won't.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
My hair will never look as good as hers, though.
Oh, get out of here.
You're
a redhead. Clearly, she likes redheads.
You're right.
See,
they're selling VIP tickets. I don't know how much they are, but
probably expensive.
There's VIP.
But I did see that.
So imagine if we did VIP and we not only met her, but we also met him.
I would think you probably...
That'd be like couple goals.
I think you probably would.
But that's like couple goals. Touring with like 1,000%.
I mean, you may even... again, like, I don't see... As a parent, I don't know how this works, and I don't know how she even would feel about it, but like, her kids are touring with her.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where they are.
I mean, I would assume backstage or in the VIP section.
Yeah. Or they're just, in a hotel with some nanny or something.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Because it is a lot for a child.
Yeah.
Especially like volume wise and things like that.
That's what headphones are for.
Yeah, I guess.
They have the noise canceling ones. But yeah,
I would consider, especially for couple goals.
Couple goals, man. We got to meet Meghan and Daryl. We got to hang. We have the same story, peeps. We have the same story.
Yeah.
# couple goals for life.
Daryl, would you like to be in a movie? Let's raise both our careers to the next level.
Spy parents.
No, I want to like remove that for him.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to get him. It's funny because these actors, they come back. Like I don't know. I couldn't for the life of me remember his name right now, but the kid from Indiana Jones who is now back because of everything.
He's been in like everything lately. He was in Loki season 2. Yeah. He was in
Everything Everywhere All at Once is how he came back though.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying, like, hey, up and coming director, I think you're awesome. You're probably really great. Let's do like a more dramatic role for you and see, and like, just give me some funding. Here's a script.
Yeah.
Here's a script, like jump on board. You and Meghan.
Meghan makes the theme song.
Right.
The whole soundtrack. Whatever you want, Meghan.
Yeah, whatever you want.
And the sparkling ice.
Can I bow down to you? You say sparkling ice. Oh, yeah.
She does. So it's funny. I don't know what the product placement thing is about. And if anyone knows, please tell me. I don't think so. Okay. I think they're like specific sponsors that she just really enjoys.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like a slapstick thing or if it's like actual product placement for a purpose.
Okay.
Because she does that. She makes songs for products like that just seem like a regular music video. Like it's just part of her shtick sometimes. So like I'm not sure if it's a matter of like these are her big sponsors or like people who've invested in her and like she's required to do this in every music video or every other or what have you. But it's just really funny because like, I don't know. But she could definitely make a theme song to a cool movie that we make.
Yeah.
And then he would star and we would crew. Yeah, that'd be pretty fantastic. Reach out. You have our contact. You're the Hahns at gmail.com.
Or, really info@hahnfilms.com is really where you want to go.
Well, yeah. If you want the production company, but if you want the couple to chat with, that's where you're going to go.
See, this is where we should go with this next is send an email to them and see if they want to jump on couple chat, our lowly podcast.
It's fine. It's going. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Kind of along the lines more of like their parenting. So yes, we've mentioned the fact that they take their children on tour and their children are, involved in being in the music videos and kind of just like on the internet and whatever. But I did notice that they did a parents interview and they were asked certain questions. And the one question was, or one statement rather was, I wish somebody told me, and Daryl's answer to it was that we would be closer than ever. And I just wanted to kind of like talk to you about that and just get your opinion on it. Cause like when we were in the hospital for Nate and even for Emma, like we had very different situations there. And like they were mentioning how like they were tired, they were up all night, and then like when the baby finally came, like they just relaxed and feasted and like they just enjoyed being each other while this baby was just into the world. And like, can you recall, similar to what Daryl said, like if that's how you felt or what your initial reaction was to becoming a parent with me, and just kind of reminisce on that?
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I don't know Riley, their first son's birth date, but they're around the same age as us. Yeah. Daryl just celebrated 32, so they're roughly a couple years younger than us. I'm pretty sure Meghan's the same age or around that. But they got married in 2018. We got married in 2017. Did they have Riley in 2019, 2020 pandemic? You know what I'm saying? It seems
like he's about the same age as Nate, if not a tiny bit younger. But yes.
So the reason why I'm saying that is because we had a very interesting experience with Nathan, because we were able to be really close together.
Yeah.
And some people, we've heard horror stories. Some people, their relationship crumbled during the pandemic because they were too close together, and a lot of relationships are not built like that.
Right.
And I've talked to you about this before. We are the type of people that we enjoy being together. We enjoy being on top of each other and doing the same thing. And
that's not how you meant that.
That isn't Miss Gutter.
I'm not the only one that will hear that and think it. Whoops. What you mean is being close in proximity to each other.
Yes, proximity.
Proximity. And like...
Wait, can you say proximity?
Proximity. What is wrong with the way I'm saying it?
I don't know, cran girl.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, we like being close to each other. Like while we're down in the theater, you'll play a game and I'll read a book next to you. Like not on top of you.
Depends.
Oh my gosh.
But not even that. We like to do things together. We play games together. We watch movies together. We watch the same shows. Like we enjoy
each other's company.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of couples that obviously separated, got divorced, broke up, whatever during the pandemic because they realized that they don't like each other.
Yeah.
As much as they thought they did.
Right.
And it's funny because I think a lot of couples needed the pandemic to realize that they were hiding the fact that they didn't want to be together. And they purposely were keeping a separation between each other because they didn't want to come to that realization, and then they were forced to,
Right.
So anyway, thankfully that's not our case. We went into the pandemic, had this awesome kid, and we spent 2 years with Nate.
Yeah.
Just the four of us, rest in peace, Kala,
Yeah.
but just the four of us. And, there were obviously times we went out and other people were involved, but mostly it was us. And it was wonderful. Yeah, I did feel really close. I do feel at that moment, like things are a little harder now. We have 2 kids, and I bet you if you ask Meghan and Daryl now, because that interview was when Riley was like 6 months old, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably ask them now. They have 2 young boys. Like, thankfully, knock on wood. I don't know why I'm knocking on wood. We can't have more children, but
we had one of each.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is the way we wanted it.
Yeah. So like we were very lucky to have a boy and a girl, and we're not having any more kids, but I think that makes it a little easier. Emma's a little more easygoing. She can be a brat sometimes, but like I think she's pretty chill. Yeah. Nate's the wackadoo. Right. Imagine having 2 boys. It would be insane.
No. Nope.
So I don't know how they're doing it now, especially touring and whatever the case is. Definitely give props to Daryl because I guarantee that he's dadding a lot.
Well,
and I think he loves it.
He said it even because in that same interview, he said, like, I never expected to be a dad. Like, my life I never even had the glimmer that I wanted to be a dad. And now that I am, I wouldn't exchange it for the world.
Interesting.
And then Meghan said in the same breath, she was like, oh, I always wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
Like that was me. Like I always was the kid that like wanted to be a mom.
Well, I think both of us were also on the same page with that too.
Yeah.
We both wanted kids. Me, I could have waited for a while.
Yeah.
And I think because I knew more than you that our life would change. And that's one thing I guess I do disagree with them on. And again, we're talking 6 months into their relationship or 6 months into having a kid at that time. So again, talk to them now. Who knows what they say.
Right.
But at that time, they're like, oh, they say, your life changes and your kids take over, blah, 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 blah. Well, I agree, disagree, because they were like, that's not how it is. We don't let them. But again, they're also financially in a completely different situation than us. And I'm sure while everybody struggles at different levels, no matter how much money you make, I'm sure they're doing all right for themselves. And unfortunately, in our society and with capitalism, it's, it's a struggle at our level. And we're not just, some chumps like making, chump change over here. Like we're making a decent living between the 2 of us, but we are still struggling, unfortunately it's still considered middle class, which is it's insane,
mind boggling because there's no way this is middle.
No, not
it does not feel anymore. Middle at all.
Right. Exactly.
I feel very much not in the middle.
That's what I'm saying. It's something that needs to be worked on in our country. But anyway, so looking up to them is great, but at the same time, it's also certain things we have to take with a grain of salt because they don't have the same financial obligations we do.
But they also said too, like how the parenting part of it like really helped them out. Like she had a really intense C-section. So he really stepped up and actually helped her through a lot of it. Like she even gave the advice, like men, partners, whoever is there with the mom, like do your best to support her, especially if she has something serious like that happen. Because I mean, even if you don't, because I didn't, I had natural births, but I had a ton of health issues after Nate. Yeah. So for me, it was amazing having you there because I probably would have fallen apart, or who knows what would have happened. It probably could have gotten a lot worse and ended up not so good for me.
Well, I'm sure you were watching that interview and when she said that, because I know I thought the same thing on my end, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm sure when she said that, are you anger? Toot, toot.
You tooted yourself.
Yeah, you are anger.
I'm definitely anger. Hello, Red.
Right. But I'm sure you were watching that and you were like, oh, well, she doesn't have to tell my husband that. He's always there for me. And, in the same respect, like, again, talking about being close during that time, I mean, you were dealing with urine retention issues and there was a lot going on with you.
Yeah.
Yes, you didn't have a C-section, thank goodness. But at the same time, that was really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even go upstairs and sleep in your bed
I
for
couldn't
a
even
while.
sit.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get on the couch, let
No.
alone.
I had to help you a lot.
I slept on the couch for 2 months
Yeah.
before they found out what was wrong. And then I slept on the couch another month.
Yeah.
And finally made it up to our room and was able to lay in the bed 3 months after Nate was born.
It was crazy. I remember like your legs were like silly putty.
Mm-hmm.
I could push on them and it was like
They wouldn't move.
Yeah.
It was like
gross.
Play-Doh. You would like have indents of your fingers in my leg. Yeah. And my feet and everything.
Yeah.
It was
But
tough.
anyway, we we went through a lot in that moment, but at the same time, like Nate was a pretty easy baby.
Mhm.
So we were good.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were close and we still are. I think that now we're close in a different way where like we struggle during the day because, he is a bit rambunctious now and we're trying to figure out how to be the best parents we can. And that's hard too, because regulating your emotions is very hard and difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
But when night hits and the kids are in bed, like we're stronger than ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
we fall right back into place.
yeah, it's like nothing's ever changed. And I think on a good day with the kids during the day, that shines through there too.
Yeah.
And I think we're doing great, and I wouldn't change this for the world. And I know that every day is a new day, and we're always stepping in the right direction. So
yeah.
And now with Meghan and Daryl as again they're our age, but yeah, it's nice to be able to look up to. See, for me, I break that boundary of celebrity because like I hate thinking that way. That's not why I appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that she's famous. I don't care that he used to be a child star. Like they're normal people underneath that.
Right.
And seeing them be normal and talk about their normality. But they have something in common with us, which is why I appreciate them. They're creative.
Right.
So they're able to be creative, have a family, love and care for them. That's awesome. And that's exactly what I want out of my life.
Yeah.
So
same.
Yeah. But if you think we should go see Meghan Trainor in September VIP, you let us know out there, folks.
Hey, if you want to join our Patreon, we could put a goal on there.
Now I have to like actually resurrect that. I haven't even touched that in like years.
If you want to send us money,
oh my goodness, sounding desperate.
Send us to the VIP section at a Meghan Trainor concert. I mean, thank you so much out of the goodness of your heart. Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
You're so silly.
Well, because you don't want me to do Patreon, so I have to do something. But I mean, even that, just tell us what you think about Meghan Trainor. If you're not familiar with her albums are all, available on YouTube Music. She's all over the place. Look her up on YouTube, just in general, looking up her music videos. It's just, lots of talent. And, I'm really, really impressed by her. And I really enjoy her music and have for a while. Just didn't realize exactly who was behind the mirror. Or behind the headphones, rather. Because, you listen to music, you don't see it. Mm. So behind the headphones.
Not behind the mic, because she uses a microphone.
Right, but I use a headphone.
You use a headphone? Just one headphone.
I use headphones to...
listen to music.
Listen to her music.
Beautiful butt. I mean voice.
You're ridiculous.
And on that note, I'm Matt.
I'm Jackie.
Here are the Hahns signing out.
Thank you so much for listening to Couple Chat. Make sure to subscribe to us on Spotify or YouTube Music. You could even subscribe to our YouTube channel where you could see this episode in video. Thank you to Han Films for editing and producing this episode. Let's chat soon.